You've probably seen people online saying that they made thousands of dollars selling digital products, and you start thinking, okay, if they can do it, then why can't I? So you decide to create something valuable, you run ads, you start getting clicks, maybe even sales. But when you check your numbers, something doesn't add up. I mean, the money is coming in, but your profit is almost zero. I have lived it. Let me show you exactly what happened, and more importantly, what I discovered that changed everything. So I did everything right. I didn't just throw some random product and hope it would sell. I actually did my homework. First, I went out and checked if there was a real pain point. I validated it. I even pre-tested the idea to see if people actually needed what I was about to create. Then came the pricing. I priced it under $5 because in my mind, I was thinking people can easily buy it without overthinking. Next thing I did is I built a funnel. Now, if you are not familiar with that term, or you've probably heard it before, but you're not sure what it means, a funnel is basically the journey someone takes from the first time hearing about your product to actually buying it. Now, you want to think of it like a path. Maybe they see your ad, they click it, they land on a page, they read about your product, and hopefully they buy. Then I hit the launch button. I started running ads on Facebook and Instagram. And my expectation was that, okay, I start the ads early in the month, see some sales come in, optimize as I go, and by the end of the month, I should have made a decent profit. That was the plan. The ads went live, and guess what? The sales started coming in almost immediately. Good news, right? But just follow me and stick with me closely. I'm getting all sorts of notifications blowing up my phone. You just made a sale. You just made a sale. Another one, another one, another one. The funnel is working. The product is working. People are clicking and people are buying. And I'm thinking, okay, this is it. But then I sit down and I run the numbers, which is super important that beginners should always do because numbers never lie. So I look at my total revenue, which was the total amount that came in from the sales. And then I look at how much I spent on the ads to get those sales. And when I subtract the ad spend from the revenue, my profit was basically nothing. I broke even. And now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I just need to optimize. Maybe my ad copy, the words in my ads could be better. Maybe my images need to be more eye-catchy. Maybe my audience targeting is a bit off. So I go into month 2 ready to fix up things. In month 2, I changed my ad copy multiple times. I switched up the images I'm using. I made the funnel simpler and even switched my audience targeting. I am testing literally everything. But guess what happened in this month? I made a loss. Not just breaking even, I actually lost money. I spent more on ads than I made in sales. Now, I'm really panicking and I'm starting to question everything. Is my product bad? Is my marketing terrible? Or am I not just cut for this? Or is it that this is not as profitable as I think it is? Now, month 3 comes and I'm in damage control mode now. I keep testing, I keep tweaking, trying to figure out what is wrong. And by the end of month 3, I finally managed to cover the loss from month 2, which is good news, right? But when I looked at the total picture, all 3 months combined, I broke even again. The revenue looked good on papers, but when you run the numbers, there was literally almost nothing left. And the question that kept haunting me was, what am I doing wrong? So I did what any frustrated person would do. I went deep into research mode. I studied successful ad campaigns. I analyzed other people's funnels. I looked at my numbers over and over again, trying to find the mistake. And then, guess what? I found it. Now, here's what I discovered. And this is the key insight that changed everything. So if you are a beginner, you're kind of experiencing this in your own digital product, then you need to hear this. You cannot profitably run paid ads to a product that costs less than $5 without having something more expensive to sell afterwards. It's just how it is at this point in time. If you are selling a $3, $5, or even $7 product and you are using paid ads to get customers, you will struggle or you will flat out fall to make any real profit unless you have something to sell them after they buy that first cheap product. And suddenly, all the stories I had been seeing, I made $10,000 selling a $7 ebook. I made $20,000 selling a $6 ebook. it suddenly made perfect sense. It's not that they were lying, but there's just a lot of under information out there. They weren't making money only from that $7 ebook. There was more to the story, and many times you may not hear it from them. Now let's talk about how ads actually work, because this is where most beginners get tripped up. People don't buy from you the first time they see your ads. Think about your own behavior online. How many times do you see an ad for something and you immediately pull out your credit card or your debit card or whatever it is and you buy it? Probably not often, right? Well, it's not just you. It's the same for several hundred and thousands of people on the online space too. You see, there's actually a rule in marketing that says that a person needs to see your message about 4 to 7 times before they trust you enough to buy from you. Now, that is 4 to 7 separate times that they need to come across your content, your ad, your brand. And here's the problem. For every single one of those times that they may probably see your content, it costs you money when you are running paid ads. Now, let me show you the maths that kills most low-price digital product businesses. Let's say you're selling a $5 product. To get someone to actually buy it, you might need to spend anywhere from $3 to $5 in ad costs, which is literally almost breaking even. Sometimes even more depending on your niche and the platform that you are running these ads on. So let's be generous and let's say you actually spend $3 in ads to get one sale of your $5 product. So your profit per sale is $2, right? And pretty much looks fair enough, right? But wait, we're not done. Your payment processor where you hosted your digital product takes a cut, or maybe you're using a payment processor like Stripe or PayPal. They take a fee, maybe around 3%. But after all those fees, you might be left with just $1 left in profit, or even less. And if your ad cost happen to be any higher than $3 to get that sale, you are literally breaking even or losing money. This is why the math doesn't add up. Now, let me show you what is really happening when you see those success stories online. When somebody says they made $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 in 30 days selling a cheap digital product, here's what they're not telling you. That cheap digital product, they didn't make the money from it. Maybe it's a $7 product. They did not make that thousands of dollars by simply selling a $7 digital product. That $7 product is what you call a front-end offer. It is designed to be cheap and easy to say yes to. That is the job of it. Its job is to turn a stranger into customer. But here's where the real money comes in, the upsell. For example, let's say 500 people enter your funnel, probably see your ad and visit the landing page that you attached to your ad, and 20% of them buy that $7 product. That's 100 people, right? Now, 100 people times that $7, that is $700 in revenue. But after those 100 people buy, they then upsell something else. It could be a $297 course, or a premium version, or a consultation session, or a coaching program, whatever it is, but they are offering a more premium digital product that is way higher in price, and only the conversion of one can lead to a significant hike in profit. So let's say only 5% of those 100 people buy the upsell, which is a $297 course. 5 people times $297 is already almost $1,500. And the total revenue that's from the cheap digital product plus the upsell is over $2,000 in revenue. And if you take out the ad cost, you'll see that there is still a significant profit in that. Now, imagine if 10 people bought that premium upsell instead of 5. That's an extra about $1,500. You see, the low ticket builds trust, but the upsell makes the profit. Without that upsell, you are trying to build a profitable business on just about $1 to $2 profit margins while paying for ads. It's basically impossible and it is not rational. So beginners, if you're just starting out, you may be quick to assume that the $5 or the $7 digital product is the money maker. And you just think, oh, if I can get 100 people to buy my $7 ebook, that's $7 in revenue. But you haven't thought about how much ad cost it would take you to actually have those 100 people click and buy that product. So let me tell you what I did after I burned through those 3 months of ad spend with almost nothing in profit. I made a decision that changed everything. I stopped the paid ads because I was just burning money to get nothing. And what I did was I pivoted to YouTube. So instead of paying money to put my product in front of people, I started creating valuable content. I started creating free videos that actually helped my audience solve problems. And in those videos, naturally, I would mention my digital product. I would show how it could help them even more. And here's what happened. The sales started coming in. Of course, not a flood of sales at first, but gradually and consistently. And here's the best part. My cost was $0 because I wasn't running any ads. And every sale that came in was 100% pure profit. So now that you understand the problem, let's talk about the solutions. If you're someone who doesn't have an upsell yet, you have just created a small ebook digital product, stop running paid ads to that low-priced product. Now, you have two real options here, and I'm going to be breaking them down to you. The first option that you have is to build an audience organically. So what you want to do is you want to choose a platform that you want to create content on. It could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, it could be LinkedIn, it could be Facebook, it could be YouTube. For me, I'm going to be recommending YouTube because that's what I use, and here's why. First is your content is evergreen. The video you make today can still be getting views 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years from now, even longer, and you're going to be making sales. Secondly, YouTube is driven by SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. And that's just a fancy way of saying that when people search for solutions to their problems on YouTube or Google, your videos have the opportunity to be shown up to those viewers. Thirdly, you get way more eyes on your content over time. One video can be seen by thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people without you spending a cent. And if you're a small YouTuber wondering about how you can start getting eyes on your channel by leveraging SEO, I go a bit more in-depth into that in my YouTube growth strategy guide, where I show you how to use SEO to target the right viewers that you want over time. So it's not about the thousands of views, it's about the quality. Now, this guide is what has not just helped me, but has helped several hundreds of other creators who have all actually gotten it and used it to grow a sustainable channel. So if that interests you, want to click the link in the description and go check it out. Now, here's the process when it comes to leveraging YouTube. The first thing you want to do is you want to create valuable content consistently. It could be once a week, it could be twice a week, whatever you can manage. Just do you. Secondly, you want to focus on solving problems that your audience actually has. Thirdly, you then naturally mention or link your digital products in your videos. And the fourth stage is that the sales come in gradually as your channel grows. And the fifth part is that your cost is $0. Now, the second option that you have is create an upsell, then use paid ads. Now, if you do have something more expensive to sell, or you can create it, this changes everything. And at this point, paid ads can actually work for you because you are thinking of the bigger picture here. But in this case, you need a few things. Firstly, you need a relevant high-ticket offer, usually $50 and above. Secondly, you need a funnel that naturally leads people from the cheap product to the expensive one. And thirdly, you need an upsell that genuinely adds value, not just something random that you're trying to sell because you want to make money. If you can create that, then paid ads become a powerful scaling tool. So that is all to say that you cannot run paid ads profitably to products priced under $10 or low ticket digital products without having an upsell. So if you are just starting out, I would advise that you go with the organic route, build an audience, build trust, make sales without spending money on ads. So if you've watched up to this point, I want you to know that selling digital products are really, really profitable, but you need to be doing it right in order to make as much profit as you can. And if you're thinking of leveraging the digital product business model in making money online, one of the easiest digital products that you can actually do and make money from is sales of ebook, where you create solutions to pain points that people have. And I'm going to be showing you how you can create an ebook based on the pain point that people actually have within your niche, validating it and even pre-testing it just to be sure that it has a high chance of selling. This is what I'm going to be showing you in the next video I'm going to be putting up on your screen right now. So you want to click it and check out the full breakdown on how to do that. Ciao.